Nimerekodi tutashaanza kufanya kila kitu. Tutapata wapi? Hata nimepata idea. Sasa ni kingine tena. Ile nini kuna hoja? Oh, naisikia. Bado sasa hivi kitafanya nini? Kitafanya nini? Niko nataka kufikiria audio, nataka kufikiria. Nimetry kitu nimekataa. Yako iko na nini moja? Yeye sijatumika hizi mingi. Ati? In 1 second. Yes. Project, yes.
January to June, another 3 months from January, July to December. Which is almost. No.
This
Ya hujazima? Bude kuna mahali inakaa bado sana.
shall be reading them. 2 minutes as we take our seats, please. All right. All right, thank you very much. We have a couple of questions which I would like to direct to the table. Our first question is online. Our first online question, this addressed to the table, is from one of the members, Patrick, and he says that in the case of DJ Evolve, under what circumstances does the state's case be converted to a private negotiation between the parties, i.e. the MP and the DJ's family? Is in such a matter a state case? Question number 2, what's the first thing to do when you shoot someone in self-defense, or property, or in your family, or family? Number 3 is that we have the Panga boys, or the border thugs, running around in Mombasa, in Diani, with machetes. When they attack someone in my presence, would I be authorized to shoot? The next question is, I have a friend who lost the husband, and the relatives took off with a safe that had his pistol. What do we do in that situation? And then there's somebody else who's asking about the issue. This is to Alan. I think he raised the issue of going to a club and being asked to deposit your item. But somebody is asking, where does the law sit if they have a safe or a safe area? I can see Agekonyo is shaking his head, but where does the law sit for those, unlike Gekonyo, who can hide a firearm on their body and not be found?
Thank you very much. Now I'll start with question number 4,
the safe that was taken by the relatives. Now, gun rights are not transferable.
So your relatives cannot inherit your gun. The right thing to do is to report or deposit that particular arm with the police. In this particular case, you need to report that the safe was carted away and that there was a gun inside that safe. Any police officer to who is reported any police station, the local police station should be able to take charge of that particular issue. But it's common. There's a case I did in Mombasa, and there are some Americans who came in from America, and their uncle had died, and they had more than 10 guns within the house. Obviously, they thought, oh, it is something that can be handed down. That's not the position in Kenya. It cannot be handed down. Deliver the gun to the nearest police station or firearms bureau, report it. Until such time that letters of registration are taken out, then of course, you can probably say, sell the gun or say, have it transferred to you. Now, the second issue is the one of DJ Evolve. That was a very unique case, but like Kenyan style, you have emerging jurisprudence where people do deals. The right thing to have done in that particular case is to charge Babu and let that case go through the courts, because it instills the public confidence in our justice system. But if you're going to take a gun, go to a club, shoot somebody, and then you twist the evidence, and then come to court and say, I'm now negotiating, that is something the DPP ought to have stood firm and say, look, we are going to prosecute you irrespective of whether you're a member of parliament, and the circumstances pointed to actually outright neglect and criminality. That's my own personal view. Now, on the other questions, I think there was another one. Panga boys, border border. That has become a societal nuisance. Not only pangas, they also have guns. Now remember, it is your perception. If they're attacking somebody 50 meters away, you got to make a choice. Is it necessary? Is it reasonable? Is it proportional? Those are the questions you should ask yourself. Do you want to get involved in that particular brawl? If they are attacking you and you have reasonable apprehension that you are in danger, because it is going to be your word, your subjective assessment of the situation. If he comes to me with a panga, and believe you me, I managed to say, you know, take it out of the holster, I'll give you 2 to 1. Because I'll say, look, I had a choice, either the panga, yes. What happens when you shoot somebody in self-defense? It is going to be a subjective test in the first instance. Why did you? Was it necessary? Was it reasonable? Was it a proportional response? What is it that you saw? If a guy came to you with a stick, don't respond with a gun. If he came with, say, you know, like a penknife, you can probably say, you know, walk away, or probably say, you know, fire a warning shot, but not to shoot the guy. It is a question of, you know, appreciation of the circumstances. Take your time. Consult legal counsel if you have to write a statement. But as my learned friend has already indicated, there is always the third option. Say nothing. You cannot be forced to write a statement. Say nothing until you've gotten legal advice. I think there's 1 or 2 questions that my learned friend will deal with.
Yeah, thank you, Akili. I think you have covered all. So maybe just one of remarks, DJ Evolve. You know, the case, the state, the republic is always the complainant in any criminal case, regardless of whether it is you who has been harmed. So that even in Evolve's case, yes, it was Evolve who was the complainant. He was harmed. But at the end of the day, it's usually the republic versus Babu Owino. That case, of course, as Wakili has also pointed out, it has a lot of compromise. I won't shy off from saying that. Even from the onset, it was the first case I've ever seen since I started prosecuting where a court gave an accused person an option of paying bond in installments. I've never had that until that case. Babu was given option of paying bond in installments. It was just a mess. And of course now when Evolve was now being paid off by Babu, he was being given a music studio, he was given a house in Kilimani. Of course, naturally he said, you know what, I'm comfortable. Asante sana mheshimiwa, I no longer want this case. Therefore it put us at a very awkward position, but we still had the chance of pursuing gun charges and lawful use. But again, I don't know, I was not really prosecuting that case, but of course much happened which was not probably the right thing to do then. But of course, the state is always the complainant. Self-defense, what do you do first? Of course, Wakili has said it. Always go and report. Because you don't want another person's narrative. At 8 p.m. Why should you sleep and go tomorrow after you do your business, you go to the station at 4 p.m.? Could you are now even wanted? Someone who's on the run, report first. As to